Once again, good morning, everyone. My name is Gary from Big Apple Kindergarten. So before I start to this 99 business opportunity, the first Big Apple was founded in Ipoh in 1993, and we originally named MMSB EduWorld. In 2014, we have officially changed our name into Big Apple EduWorld, aiming to improve and enhance the development of early childhood education to all Malaysians. As you can see, we are in newspapers, yeah? And in 2017, Big Apple has decided to venture into licensing business. Back then, we only had 5 branches and all of them were based in Ipoh. As you can see, all these were the original 5 centers that we had in 2017. And after 4 years of hard work, in 2021, Big Apple has now 30 branches nationwide across 7 states and over 2,000 students. As you can see, all our branches has a standardized color code and also a quality teachers team to provide a quality education for the kids. And this slide is the locations of all our existing branches, which is separated in Perak, Selangor, Sabah, Kuala Lumpur, Johor, Pahang, and Malacca. So before I proceed further, I would like to ask everyone a question. Does any one of you know how many children are there in Malaysia? Anyone? Well, let me tell you, there are about 9.2 million or 28.3% of the Malaysians' populations are children. This is why a private educational provider like us, the Big Apple, Tasca and Tadika, is so important in order to nurture and inspire the young minds. So you may ask, what do Big Apple and what am I presenting here today? So let me introduce our licensing program, which is our Apple Kids. Our main target is from 3 years old to 6 years old. In Big Apple, we have developed a holistic approach for all our students, what this means is, in Big Apple, we strive to educate children by encouraging them to gain independence, discipline, and developing essential skills like problem solving through the process of learning to become better citizens. So besides the traditional core subjects like English, phonics, Mandarin, Bahasa Malaysia, and mathematics, in Big Apple, we have also brought in some interactive and fun programs for our students. So as a licensee, you can also bring these beneficial programs to your future customers. For example, we have Little Speakers, we have Drama Play, we have Train Your Skills, we have Guru Panda online learning platform, we have Cambridge English for young learners, and we have STEAM Wonder Newton. So this Cambridge English course is a course for our kids to learn English in a more effective way than the usual English course. Cambridge English focuses on 4 different factors, which is reading, writing, learning, and listening. For normal Malaysia English course, usually we only focus on reading and writing, which we'll always forget about the learning part and the speaking part. So for all our students, they are entitled to obtain an additional certificate, which is the Cambridge English Pre-A1 Starter Certificate if they join the Cambridge English exam. And then for this STEAM program, Wonder Newton, we allow all kids, all our students in Big Apple to explore and learn science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics knowledge in a fun and interactive ways. As you can see in the pictures, we incorporate stuff like science experiments, like puzzles, like Legos for them to learn and play. So their class and course won't be boring as the traditional kindergarten. And thirdly, during the pandemic COVID-19, Big Apple has successfully developed an online learning platform, which is named Guru Panda. So throughout March 2019, I would say Big Apple has been impacted a little bit by because we have no physical classes. But since the implementation of this Guru Panda, Big Apple students are now able to learn and revise at their own pace and of course at their parents' own pace, whenever if they are busy and whenever they work. So this Guru Panda platform can allow students to learn at any time and anywhere. We are also proud to announce that Guru Panda has now since become Malaysia's #1 educational platform with more than 3,000 paid users. And all our syllabus in this Guru Panda platform was originated from Big Apple's own syllabus. So all Big Apple students can actually follow their classes even though they are not physically available in the class. Now, besides the software part that will attract our future customers and potential students for Big Apple, we in HQ have also developed and recommend our licensees to include different facilities for our children to have fun during classes. For example, we have gym room, we have swimming pool, we have music room, we have playground, we have little kitchen, library, greenhouse, science lab, and art room. All these facilities are encouraged to be included in our licensee center so that we can attract more customers. And as you can see, all these facilities are a little bit different and a little bit more colorful than our traditional competitors. This is why Big Apple can help and how Big Apple can help you guys and successfully attract more customers in the future. Okay, you may ask, for all these facilities and programs, how much would it cost to open your own Big Apple kindergarten? So let me tell you, the estimated startup cost is only about 150,000 to 200,000 ringgit. With this price, you can start your own Big Apple kindergarten as soon as now. So let me give you a cost breakdown on how you're going to invest into your 150 to 200,000 ringgit. So for most part of the money that you'll be investing in, it will be used for renovation, training, license application, and etc. This will contribute to about 100 to 150,000 ringgit. So for Big Apple, we'll only collect a small fee, a one-time licensing fee of 35,000 ringgit. And of course, there will be a 8% monthly royalty fee. For further information, you guys can find me in the private room later for me to explain into more details. So, what can you expect from the one-time fee 35,000 ringgit? Let me tell you, the first thing you can get is, of course, the color and design scheme for Big Apple from Big Apple, and is unique for Big Apple. All our centers and all our licensees have a standardized color and design code. As you can see here in the pictures, or for further pictures, we will try to standardize all our Big Apple centers accordingly. And then I'm here to share you some before and after pictures of one of our licensees. As you can see, before this is just an ordinary semi-detached house with all white walls. And then upon that, we have successfully transformed their unit into a beautiful and fun and comfortable learning environment for our customers. As you can see, even though with a small unit like this, it's around 2,000 square feet, we can manage to fit in a playground. We can manage to fit in a little kitchen where the kids learn to cook. And of course, an office, the art room, and the music room. So all these things you can get and will be included into your own Big Apple kindergarten if you were to start one. So the second thing that will be included in the 35,000 ringgit is, of course, training, which will include teachers and management training. So this is a small breakdown on what you are going to be for the training class. So there's a compulsory first training, which will last at least 5 days. This will include a class observation for your teachers, theory and practical training, safety and awareness for kids, and of course a system fee training to record all your transactions. Big Apple will also aim to have a subsequent training every month And all these monthly training will be targeted. For example, let's say the month of September, we are targeting at K1, which is 5 years old, Mandarin class. So for this training, for this like monthly training, our trainer will target specifically like what subject that you're going to teach, or what like the coming exams or assessment that our licensee will be facing. So that even though if you have a new staff, they won't miss out anything. The third thing, the use of brand. Exclusive syllabus and lesson plans will be provided for all our licensees. And of course, this will include 3 years of licensing agreement. Besides that, we will also encourage our licensees to start different enrichment programs. For example, this is our Apple Story House, 苹果故事屋, which the target market is for non-Chinese speaker, non-Mandarin speaker. Basically, what this is we will start from young kids, like 4 years old. We will teach them how to speak and talk with Chinese or Mandarin. So slowly but surely, they can proceed to finally like to primary one and enter to accept a Mandarin education. And the fourth thing, for all our licensees, they're entitled for free to use all our Big Apple Award exposures. As mentioned previously, we are a multiple award-winning educational institution. For example, we were awarded by Sinchu a Product and Services Award in 2019. And all these awards, our licensees can share it for free. And then number 5, all our licensees will be invited to join events from Big Apple, for example, like concerts, workshops, and etc. As you can see here in the picture, this is our 24th annual graduation back in 2019, I believe. We had about like 306 years old students graduating on that year. And lastly, of course, the one-time fee will be included. We include our marketing support in terms of like physical and digital marketing materials. So this slide is a detailed breakdown of the estimated startup cost, which is around 166,000 to 170,000. This is for an estimation on 2020. So if you calculate inflation in, maybe plus minus 10 or 15% into it will be sufficient for you to start a Big Apple kindergarten. If you would like to know more in details, you can always find me in the private room later, and I can explain details to you. And for us in the educational business, usually our ROI is a little bit longer than let's say like F&B businesses, because educational business is actually an evergreen business. Usually, if you can successfully maintain your center for at least 1 or 2 years, your center will usually last more than that. Like for example, like 10 to 20 years. And we are aiming to have 20 to 25 students for break even. And for let's say for semi-detached, about 2,500 square feet houses, the full capacity for the house is around 80 to 100 students, depending on the age group. So only 20 to 25 students that you can break even, and then full capacity is around 80 to 100 students. Also, let me briefly bring you through on how a kindergarten works, in case if you do not know. So basically, there will be 2 sessions. The first is a half-day session, which will mainly comprise of lessons. This will start from approximately 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This we call the half-day session. And then the full-day session will comprise, of course, the same from 8 to 12:30, the lesson session. And then there will be a lunch session and a resting session. And then after that, there will be an enrichment program session that will last till 5 or 6 p.m. depending on the locations and your need. So as you can see on the right side, there's also a breakdown on how are we going to collect the fee. So there'll be initially when they register, there will be a registration fee. There will be a deposit. Of course, all children are required to purchase a uniform, name tag, insurance, material, court, and lunch and tea break fees. So we estimate the monthly fee will be around $650 for half day and full day for 1,100 ringgit. Of course, the fee will differ from your locations and of course your rental, but we will definitely help you to set up best price for to be more competitive. So here is an estimated monthly revenue that you can get. So as I've mentioned just now, 20 to 25 students is our break-even mark. So even though if you have 25 students for 25 half-day students, you can generate about 650 per student. And for 25 students, you will have 16,250. And then if you are able to get like say 75 students for half day only, the monthly revenue will be around 48,750 ringgit. So of course, we can look at the full day sessions. If you're able to get 25 students, then the monthly revenue will be at least 27,500. And of course, if you can reach 75 students for full day, the monthly revenue will be at least 82,500. So when I say at least 82,500 ringgit revenue, because I'm not calculating into like say additional miscellaneous fee, additional like material fees into it. So all our licensees, we will sell you like say the materials at a cost price, and you will be guaranteed have at least 10% margin from all the materials that we provide to you, and you can sell it back to your future students. So we will come down to the estimated monthly expenses. So as you can see here, if you have, let's say 30 students in the beginning, your monthly estimated monthly expenses will be around 14,000 to 15,000. And then we look it back to the half day 25 students revenue, you are already earning say like 1,000 and 2,000 ringgit. Of course, if you have more full day students, then of course you can have more profit lah. So actually Big Apple and the educational in general is more of a like slow growth in comparison with F&B, as I mentioned just now. But many of you or many of my customers have previously asked me, well, Gary, you can only generate such a small amount of revenue per month. Can I earn money? Okay, for the educational sector, we do not have a high profit margin, but let me share to you. These are the two new centers that we have newly built in 2020. We have invested 20 million ringgit in it. So throughout the years of 30 years of experiences, we have managed to earn enough, and then we will reinvest back all the profit that we have into new centers to grow organically as well. So as you can see as well, with all these centers that we corporate build, we corporately own, we have a strong support team for all our licensees. Our support team, I would say, is a 24/7 readily support. So if anything, you can just directly reach our main trainer for any kind of support, and they will answer your questions or help you to settle or whatever issues that you're facing almost immediately. And also, let me briefly guide to you. These two of our new centers will be having a virtual grand opening on 10/10. So you guys are feel free to join our virtual opening as well. And yeah, last but not least, if you are interested in joining the educational sector and joining Big Apple in particular, feel free to join us now. You can contact me through the private room later. And of course, you can also send me a text message with my WhatsApp and with my brother's phone number. So once again, thank you so much for listening to me. And if you're really interested, feel free to find me in the power room. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, Venture Grab team. Yeah.